What are you doing working late on Friday night?
I'm trying to come up with a project for next week.
Oh, what are you covering?
We're starting functions.
Functions? I already taught the freshmen functions. We talked about the functions of the liver just last week, so they should be fine. You should come hang out with us.
The liver's a function? Liver function? I wonder if that's going to cause any misconception for my students. Let me go ask around.
Function is movement, kind of like in a mechanical car. I think whenever I think of function, I think of the pistons in a car moving back and forth to create a purpose.
I think of algebra, I think of equations, I think of what my kids think of, which is y equals mx plus b.
In biology class, I would say, like, what is the function of this organelle, or what is the function of this cell part, and maybe talk about what it does.
A function is, let's say you have a candy machine and you have a quarter, and you put it as an input of the quarter, and then the output of it will be getting candy, such like a gumball.
A function in social studies is usually like what works best, or what is a functioning environment, or what is a functioning home, or what is a functioning government. What's the function of a government? What is the reason that they exist? What do they do? What tasks do they perform?
So this is a chemistry class, and so we do math in here. But a lot of times I won't use the word function for some kind of mathematical operation they're doing, because I don't want to get the students mixed up with how they hear function in their math classes. So function a lot of times is used in this class, meaning more of what is this thing's job? What is the difference between the function of a graduated cylinder versus the function of a beaker? What's the difference in the job? What are these instruments? What's the difference in them?
Y equals mx plus b.
A meeting or a group or an event, I guess.
A function means for every input there is only one output.
For me, function in my class is how does something work. For English, it's just how do literary devices function in a paper, how do characters function in the story. So it's how do they work.
A function, every input has a unique output.
The word function means to work.
In the engineering classroom, a function can basically be broken down into looking at what's coming into a system, and then when we do modeling to look at how the system works, we really don't focus too much on the particulars of what the system is what's happening with the system on the inside, but we look at everything that comes out of the system. So we're basically breaking down everything that goes in, whether it be signals, materials, or energy, and then we look at the signals and materials and energy that come out of the system.
Does the current use of the term function in secondary education cause any student misconceptions? If so, how can we solve this problem? I'm going to put this on the agenda for our February 13th school board meeting. You should be prepared to offer new solutions or defend the current usage using examples and evidence to support your argument.